Wow, nice suit. Zip it, Stanley.
What's good, YouTube? Thanks for stopping in for our review of the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Let's just jump right into it. So, what y'all thought of the latest episode?
So this basically picks up right after that conflict, where Captain America did his thing, and they took the shield from him. He's like, you need to give me your shield, and he was like, no. He was like, well, we gonna take it from you, and that shit was pretty dope. That was pretty nice. So they got it from a broke bull arm,
That's crazy. You know about that scene? I didn't think you could break their bones as a super soldier.
I think because if he was one as well, Bucky also has that strength too. So I think it's like a regular person couldn't do it.
Yeah, because I'd never seen Steve Rogers get his shit broke. But then and throughout all those movies, but then I also thought about it maybe he wasn't fully acclimated to the serum yet, so that had some play into it.
Oh, he got messed up in Endgame. His arm got. I mean, it was a tear in his flesh and stuff when he at the very end. So
yeah, he got a shit bust open in Endgame.
But yeah, but I was very surprised about that. It kind of threw me off guard. But now that you mention it, yeah, because Bucky is a super soldier himself, so that does make sense.
Yeah, it was a little light on the action this time around. We got a lot of conversation and character development, especially with from Isaiah Bradley between him and Anthony Mackie's character Sam, and then with Bucky and Sam as well, fixing the boat and them getting the family together. That scene and that whole dynamic really felt really special to me. It feels weird thinking about it now, but yeah, this episode was probably one of my favorites, even though it was light on the action. I think a lot of the characters and stuff that I was looking for, was presented here, because the next episode was the last episode of the season. So I was happy that we were able to tie up some of those threads. I think I said last week too that we needed to see more of Isaiah. So there was no backstory this time around, but eventually we will. And then when his grandson, when Sam asked him where Grandpa was, he was like, he in the house. He's like, I'll be back there. I was like, yeah.
I'll be back there.
I was like, that's real life right there.
Shit.
He's knock your ass out. But yeah, I fuck with this episode. We got Elaine from Seinfeld was in here. So apparently she was going to be introduced. She was supposed to be introduced in Black Widow, but of course that didn't happen. But that whole scene, I don't know much about her character. I'm not even going to fake the funk. But I'm hoping we get more of her, because that was it didn't do much for me. But I know it's supposed to be special.
I fuck with this episode too. Same thing with Cliff said. It's one of my favorite episodes. One thing that did bother me, not about the episode, but I was reading something beforehand. It was just the caption, and then after watching it, I realized this is my opinion of it at least. So there was a gaming website, I'm not gonna say the name, that said gave it a 7 and said it was probably the slowest episode or one of the worst episodes.
Oh, you mean IGN?
Yep. He said it. You saw the same article then.
Oh yeah, I don't care about them.
Slow-paced episodes of the series yet, and then it could be leading up to a disappointing season finale. I disagree with that. I think the only reason they said that because they talked about Isaiah Bradley's background and they shed light on everything that's going on today. They didn't. My opinion is they didn't want to hear none of that shit,
and
so they gave it.
Man?
They gave it a low score.
All of the criticisms I saw online, especially the last few episodes, have been about that. Oh, why is Ray so forced? People's you do not understand what you're watching. What do you?
Yep.
Right.
How do you approach things that you absorb? How do you not see any of these things?
It had to make them feel a type of way, right. So they trying to demean. They trying to demean the episode now. Oh, it's one of the slowest pace, so we didn't need all this character development. Who didn't need this character development? We did. We've been crying for. We've been asking for it since the first review. I want to know about Isaiah Bradley's background since it touched so close to home of what's going on today, and they didn't want to hear it. So that, to me, that's why they gave him such a low score, 7. When if you go read the comments, everyone was saying this is one of their most favorite episodes to date right now. But since they talked about the social justice, and since they felt some type of way, since they still don't believe that this shit is happening, they want to try to demean it. But like I said, that's just my opinion on why they gave it such a low score. When I saw this score, and then I watched the episode, and I saw when they started going into the background, they started touching on all these points. That's the first thing that clicked into my head. This is why they gave it a bad score, because they don't want to hear this. They don't want to believe this.
Well,
even though
I saw
it's what's going on today.
I saw the comment after, and I was just like, huh? Did we watch the same episode? And I thought about it, and I went down the comments. I'm like, this is exactly.
I wasn't gonna say their name, but
I don't care.
Went right out with it, my boy. But to give it a 7, and to me, there is nothing you can. That website cannot tell me anything different. That's anything other than the reason why I just stated is why they gave him a lower score. They can't
play
tell me
games.
nothing different. They can't tell me nothing different. You felt some type of way. You realize this is what's going on today, and so you try to demean the episode. Give it a 7, even though everyone say it's one of their favorite episodes to date. We wanted all that backstory. I wanted to know Isaiah Bradley's backstory. Yes, I don't think Falcon should pick up that shield and represent all the shit that's been going on. In my opinion, he's picking up that shield to change that shit. But they didn't want to hear none of that shit, and so they gave it. Go ahead, Rod.
I mean, I'm only gonna say the same thing you said. So, I mean, overall, so just to touch on the episode, I mean, I did enjoy the story, and even though like I knew I wanted that character development, and I wanted to see how they was going to integrate Falcon and Bucky to be, more friends and less like associates, like the jokes they made towards the end of the episode, and seeing that development, and also how they're not talking about it, but you see the black guy with the white guy on equal footing and looking at each other as equals and playing like no one's the partner here, like no one's the partner, like even though it's Falcon and Winter Solider, is no one's the partner. They're both are just as strong leads, like they both could lead the whole show if they both wanted, they had their own show.
But real quick, around to cut you off. But then there's articles around the website, around like the internet, saying that Sebastian Stan deserves to be like Emmy nominated. How come not Anthony Mackie?
Listen, this goes to the episode we had a few ago, talking about like why people are looking at it and viewing it this way. I think it's in part by people's own bias when they watch these things, and people can feel any type of way they want to listening to this, but that's the truth because it is the Falcon story. Primarily, even though Bucky's there and he's also telling his story, for people to put him on such a pedestal, it doesn't make sense.
He had his own movie, so like this should be about Falcon.
Right.
You had Captain America, the Winter Soldier. So technically, this is the second title with your name in it. Mm-hmm. So it should be about Falcon. I want more Falcon. Like I would be cool if they gave me less Sebastian Stan. I just don't understand why people are saying he deserves to be Emmy nominated, but not Anthony Mackie.
And let Sebastian do his own thing at some point. Let him do his own. I don't mind if they both get their own individual thing at some point too. But you can't sit here and tell me the things that Anthony has done in this series is not also nominated for that. The conversations he had in this episode with Isaiah, the things he's doing with Carly, he's the one having the most, in my opinion, the most development in the story.
Yeah, impactful scenes.
We did see the part in Wakanda and stuff, and that was powerful. But other than that, like. Yeah, as far as the ties and things that's happening, you can tell that whose story is being put in the forefront, but people see it differently.
People don't want to see it. People don't want to acknowledge it, so they give them 7s and shit. But go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot what I was even saying, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, overall, I enjoyed it. It was a great episode. I mean, I didn't read anybody's reviews about it, but I already know like stuff like that was going to happen. The fact that they wanted to take the shield from him, and then he thought it was something that he was even entitled to was also something I was paying attention to. And by him, I mean Captain America or Wyatt Russell. Like his character felt like he was entitled, like take it from me, like it's mine, and it's not yours. No matter if I deserve it or not, it's mine. And so I'm always watching for those those kind of things, and it's crazy, like no one's really even crucifying him for taking the serum or whatever, and that's something that they were supposed to be tracking down and taking away anyway. Like that didn't even get brought up even at his hearing when he was supposed to go to.
I think only what's the name knew about it. The way she said it, like I knew you took the serum. I don't think anyone else knows.
Well, I mean, obviously Falcon and Bucky knows, but I mean, I don't see how they would know. I mean, destroyed his neck, like, but. I mean, so maybe they don't. So maybe I'm just reading into that. Maybe they don't. But I did feel like he got off light, and now he's in a situation where he feel like he got to take things in his own hand. But also like the scene where Captain America was talking to what was his name, War Machine, right? Not War Machine. Excuse me. I forget the other guy's name.
Oh, Battlestar's family.
Battlestar.
I always forget his name. But
War Machine.
Yeah, I know. War Machine is not him. But yeah. So, anyways, and he was talking to his parents and basically like, I got the guy. How he lied to them, saying like that he got the guy, and he really didn't. But if you pay attention in that scene, the sister doesn't want anything to do with him. Like she's looking at him like like he's a monster. Like, she doesn't want anything to do with him. While he's consoling the parents, and the parents seem to be like, thank you, whatever, for defending him and avenging him and stuff like that. And the sister's like, man, if you touch me, like, I'm gonna jab you. And so I was watching for all those little disparities and stuff like that. So for as you guys said about IGN not liking it, he thought it was slow, so like that. Like that's to be had. I mean, if we're really being honest about the situation, I mean they're most likely white-owned companies. So I'm not surprised that agenda still get pushed. That Sebastian should be nominated and not Anthony Mackie and stuff like that. And I'm not surprised that maybe the whole talk was let's it be called the Falcon and not the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And it was like, well, no one's going to watch it if we do that. And so I wouldn't be surprised if those things do happen behind the scenes. But overall, it was like the episode I didn't know I wanted to see because I like the action, I like all the dad stuff. But I love the pacing of it. Like it gave us the action from the rip. And then it was like all mellow towards the end. It was all about like we did what we could. And then the main characters started bonding, and then you could see that Bucky was starting to realize what a family looks like and how a family interacts. And even though family can be tough on each other, but they're still family. You could see that he was picking up on a lot of those things, and that's kind of what he's missing. With the real Captain America being gone, and he kind of alludes to that towards the end where he was apologizing when they were apologizing to each other about how they were treating each other, like they misunderstood each other. And you could take that as, disparity and, in a paradigm of how people react to each other, white and blacks react to each other in real life. If you actually get some dialogue going, you can actually start to see like, man, we're not too different, kind of thing. So I really did enjoy all that. And yet again, I'm not sure if the director meant to do all that, but I caught all that.
It's impossible to divorce the ideals that they're presenting in here when it comes to the nation, race, and stuff.
As of right now, yeah, especially as of right now.
Well, I mean, the character is Captain America. Think about that, Captain America, the name. Back in the day, they had him punching Hitler on the front of the comic book. So, it's insane to say these things are not politically tied because everything we do is tied to politics. The whole, taking them out of one another is a smokescreen to like not really address the issues at hand. And it made it so apparent at the hearing the way that he responded to the I guess the cabal of people who were judging him. When they stripped his title, a lot of people feel that way. This is what you told me to do. You trained me to do this. You made me this way. And now when I did the thing you told me to do because you didn't like the way I did it, now you want to reprimand me. And you see how, like you say, that entitled, like he is Captain America. He is that shield. He's a super soldier. He is that one because you built him up to be that thing that, coddling and giving him the medals of honor and all the stuff that you put him through, all the trauma. They talked about in the last episode, the things they had to do to get out of the situation in Afghanistan.
Right.
So it made it so you cannot watch this and not tie that to real life.
Yep.
And and it goes back to what happened at the very end, the end credits. That conversation and why he did that. And with I guess Madam Hydra is the character that she played. He feels like he is that character, and I'm glad that he is taking on the mantle that he's going to take on in the next episode. And I won't say anything more about that. But this is the last episode coming up. It's going to be a lot of shit.
I want to flip my shit if Anthony Mackie put on that damn Captain America suit.
Well, he opened up the thing for the Wakandans.
I was geeking, bro.
I'm
gonna flip my shit.
You know what? I was spoiled, and I thought that the shield being assembled was Anthony Mackie doing it at the end or whenever through the episode, but in actuality, it was John Walker. So I'm glad that it wasn't true what I thought was happening. I thought someone broke the shield again, and he was putting it together.
You seen those acrobatics Anthony Mackie was pulling off, bro?
I'm like,
that
what
shit
the
was
hell? Where'd this come
insane.
Yeah, he was actually doing that because I actually was that geek that slowed it down to see if it was him or a double. No, it was him flipping the shit.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that was nice.
His old ass doing that. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I'm just real fast before I forget. I hope we see Isaiah Bradley's character a little bit more because I know they made him seem older than what he really is in actual real life.
You know what? I actually that was my bad. Even though they aged him up, he's still an old dude. He just is handsome. He don't look old, but he's an old dude.
Black don't crack, baby. Black don't crack.
They did have to age him up.
But yeah, I would like to see at something. I just want to see him fuck some shit up. Is that wrong? Like I just want to see him.
I'm ready for it.
Not today, young boy.
I want to see the old muscle. That's like the pop-up body. I was waiting for him to fuck somebody up. I was ready for it.
More of his nephew as well.
Yeah, I'll be back there. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely super excited to see the climax of hopefully just this season. And I can't wait for the fight. I want to see Falcon put that on and go from Falcon to Captain America.
You ever think he takes a serum?
I mean, so to talk about the acrobatic stuff when he was throwing the shield, he was catching the shield with his bare hands. I'm like, bro, not even like stupid strong like everybody else. So I don't know if that was kind of like breaking the mold for me a little bit. It's like, wait up, Captain America does all this with super strength, and so did the new Cap. With super strength, and he's catching it, without super strength.
Maybe he proving you don't need it. Changing the game, bro.
So I was thinking that so maybe he gonna prove like you really don't need that to be Captain America, which is cool too. Like don't get that fucked up. But at the same time, he probably gonna put himself in a lot of fucked up situations without
it.
Yeah, without it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been doing that, and I'm thinking that Torres is gonna be taking on the mantle of Falcon, because I forget how long ago, between 2012 and now, I know for sure. Someone else took on the mantle as Falcon while he was Captain America. So
right.
when he told me to keep the wings, I was thinking that maybe he's going to do something like that.
I would be cool if he stays as Falcon and rocks the shield.
Oh, yeah. He definitely needs the wings. He's not running around. He's not. Yeah. Even though he caught the shield, he still get tired like a regular dude. So he going to need the wings.
Right. Yeah. So
he just gave Torres the hand-me-downs,
Captain Falcon. Fuck it. But I mean, I kind of caught that vibe too about Torres when he said, "Nah, you keep it." Talking about the wings.
Yeah, that was like what was that? Iron Man 1.
Yeah,
Next time, baby.
So
nope, not you.
We also don't know what's in the lock, the chest that he got. Was it new wings or was it a whole new suit or something? Like
I think it was a cap suit.
I think it was a cap suit. I don't think it was new wings. I don't think it was new wings. I think it was something else because Bucky is anticipating that he's gonna be Captain America, so he gave him something to fight since he don't have the serum, because that is going to put him at a huge disadvantage.
He called it a favor from the Wakandans too, so this is something that they put together. So
right.
it's going to be fly no matter what.
Yeah. What if it's like like Black Panther's suit or something like that? Like I'd be cool with that. Like because he needs some. Like I said, I think it's help, bro. He needs some help.
I think it's like it could be also an upgraded version of the Falcon suit, and I think he's gonna rock the Falcon suit with the shield, bro. That'll just be legit.
That's how it was in the books too. Like it's not gonna be exact 1-to-1. I know that for sure. But I'm telling you, if he don't have the wings, that's part of like half his power right there gone.
What about Zemo? You guys think we see him again?
Oh yeah, term? For sure.
Long term, I know we see him again. What about the short term? What about next episode?
He's gonna leave a voicemail or something, or he's gonna be like in a helicopter.
He gonna be some end credit scene. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I fucks with Zemo. Like I said, he kind of gives me that what a villain should be like vibe. That we gonna talk about at some other point in time.
Yeah, real quick. I was reading some theory that what do you guys think about the Kingpin being the power broker?
Who they going to cast? Are they going to bring in? Yeah. What's the name from Charlie Cox's series? The Daredevil?
I forgot his name. I know who you're talking about though, but I fucked with that dude as Kingpin, bro.
I can't think of his name.
He looked just like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were saying read some theories about it be Kingpin. That'd be cool. Introducing Kingpin, then you'll be able to introduce Daredevil, everybody in there.
Real fast. So what do you think the climax is gonna be on Carly? Do you think somehow Falcon new Cat going to bring it to the good side? What do you think happens with her?
Oh no, I think she went full blown ape shit.
Yeah, I think she went to the Mad Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna arrest her, and she's gonna be sent to the raft. And I think the dude with the long hair, because they've been giving him a lot of airtime. I forgot his name. Dovich. Okay, I think he's gonna come over to the middling or good side at some point, because they give him a lot of screen time for one, and he's one of the main characters on the Shannona Chronicles, I think. So he might be around, and I'm thinking that he doesn't.
She still is a super soldier. I mean, it's definitely she could do something. Whether that be the bad side or the good side, she still is a super soldier, and that's pretty significant.
Right.
So I don't think unless they kill her, obviously in the next episode. I think that we see her again at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, so it sound like would IGN give it a 7? Sound we giving it a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, action aside, this was dope. We learned a lot. I love the conversation. We learned about Isaiah, and it was named Truth, which is named in the comic. That shows the efforts he talked about in the series when he went to go find his the POWs. It's an amazing comic, and now, like I said, it's worth like $250. I was gonna bite the bullet, but I decided not to. At some point, it's gonna be like $250,000. I'm gonna be sick. But anyways, yeah, I do like that they told more about him, and they tied it, like I said, with real life stuff, with the Tuskegee experiment and all that stuff, and how they didn't know and they lied about what they did to them. And it's funny how a lot of people are learning about these things in these forms of media, like with Watchmen and the massacre, and this with the experiments and stuff. It's interesting and also sad in the sense that people have to learn about it this way. But I'm glad it's here.
Yeah, 100%. I fully agree with that. I mean, even if this is the way that people gotta learn about this kind of history, and they can sit here and dispute it all they want and think that it's TV, but they got all these things, be that Hydra, with Hitler and stuff like that. Even though it might be half fictional, it's half fucking true too.
Right. It's Red Skull is Hitler. Come on now. Like how do you look at these things and tell me that the Hydra sign is not the swastika? How do you tell me that them?
Yeah. Right.
Come on.
So it's half fictional and it's half true. Well, it's a true thing that they put into a fictional world, and people like IGN don't want to acknowledge that, and that's cool, because as long as y'all deny it and deny it, you can sit here and say it's not true. So
you can't pick and choose what you choose to be true out of these things,
Exactly, and it's always been like that, and it won't always be like that. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, fuck them.
Clip through them motherfuckers straight under the bus. Like, I ain't gonna name no names. Clip was like,
what they gonna do to me? What they gonna do to me?
Right.
They're gonna get Destin Legero to talk to me.
Good George.
David Hatfield. What are those guys? Okay.
I forgot to mention something. There's like rumors that Chris Evans might show up.
No, don't like it.
I forgot
me neither.
I
don't like it either.
During the Spider-Man thing, that one of the rumors also was that Daredevil was going to be in it.
Yeah, that's a high possibility. Him being like the lawyer after the
Spider-Man.
See, that makes more sense bringing him over, but Chris Evans' character is gone. They wrapped that up.
Yeah, I say leave that shit alone. They probably threw him in the Lazarus pit. It's all good.
If anything, there's room at a later point to like as a like a flashback type thing, or when he's older, they can age him up because he becomes like the man on the wall is what they call it, where they send him to outer space on the moon. I think they talk about it in episode 1, and he becomes like, once the Watcher is killed, he becomes the Watcher of Earth.
Nah, I'm good even with the flashbacks. Flashbacks tend to lead to other shit, so and then you'll probably see him a little bit more. Nah, just you're done, so bro, let it go.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I seen. I thought it was kind of dope. I mean, I like the speculation stuff, and then when we see it, we're like, come on, man, y'all should have put them in there. But thanks for stopping over to our YouTube. We really do appreciate it. This most likely is going to be our new format here, where we take our reviews, we drop on YouTube. So please be on the lookout for those. Make sure you guys join the Discord. All our streaming events. I think Dave's been streaming a lot more lately. Definitely be catching more streams.